today's already not off to, well, this morning was off to a good start. Now it's all just gone downhill, and I need to kind of relieve some stress now. How? That is like... I guess if you guys are not aware, well, I'm going to go and wait until a few people are here. I have literally just had the worst thing happen to me. And I mean the worst. Oh, that's not good. I'm not having the best time right now. Really, I'm not. Great. This is just great. See, I knew this would happen with the Mauser, but not with the number 4. Just gonna have to put that there. Lift that there. It's not fun. Not fun whatsoever. And the main body's still good, it's just that. I mean, some of it's in okay shape. It's just... Why did it do this to me? I am not in the best mood. Great. Let me see if I can try and maybe screw this back on, but I very highly doubt it. Great, I'm getting my fingers covered in grease. Okay, good to know. Oop! Right, so in case of you guys are not aware, what's just happened and why is the title like this? Basically, what has just happened to me is probably one of the worst things that's happened ever. What I need to show is that. You know what that's from? That's from my number 4. Basically, there was a massive hiccup today. And I mean, massive hiccup. This is something I didn't even cause to begin with. I mean, I was literally just wearing my Denizen with my webbing and stuff. And all I literally done was, I took the number 4 bolt, lifted it up, and then what happens, I lifted the bolt up, drew it to the rear. Oops, I did not mean to do that to this lovely wood. I drew it to the rear, put it forwards, and the whole thing just shattered. What am I talking about? Talking about the pin. We all know the one thing about firearms is the pin. The stupid firing pin. He decided to go in and break on me. Unless if it would actually just screw back in. No, that firing pin, no, it's rendered toast. It is actually rendered toast. And unfortunately, that's just happens. So now I have to try and source a replacement, which are practically impossible. It's practically impossible to find one, a replacement. It just, that's it. All I just had to do was just lift up the bolt, and that was it. Gone. I'll go and put the bolt head back in though. This is just great. Just great. Now I've got nothing. Absolutely tragic. I really didn't expect that as well. I thought, I might as well just go and just lift it up, and then what happens? The whole thing just breaks. I mean, at least there's still some components I could probably reuse, like the spring and stuff. It just went to hell. Everything. I mean, I wish I could show you what it looks like, but policy. So that's very, very tragic. It does not help if you want to disassemble this, you have to get the screw out. Either way, I've sent probably a few emails to a few deactivators, to a few dealers that sell DX. See whether if they have a spare one. So I need to pick up a spare. Just the pin, not the actual spring, just the pin. Not good. Not good. Evening already off to a rough start. tell you that much now. Evening. Rough start. Actually, it's just... Oh, it's still the evening, but still. Tragic. I'll just put it that way. Tragic, tragic, tragic. That's what it is. It's just that. Basically what happened was I put on my Denizen webbing and stuff like that, and then I just decided to grab a hold of my number 4, lift up the bolt and draw it to the rear. And then of course I was going to hold the trigger in and close the bolt. But what he had other plans apparently, is what happened was the firing pin decided to go and shatter into 2 pieces. So now all I've got is practically a bolt body and a bolt head for this number 4. So what's happened was the whole firing pin basically just shattered internally inside the cocking piece. Shattered. And there's no way of getting that other component out. See, I noticed that the rear part of the pin was rotating. Does this mean I can no longer operate? Oh no, I still can. It's just that yeah, the trigger still works. I can still actuate the trigger, but there's no dry firing. So I'm not going to be able to dry fire this. Yes it is. It's on my number 4. The whole thing shattered inside the firing pin. The whole pin just shattered. And I'm not happy about it. Unfortunately, I do not think there is a way to fix a firing pin. I mean, I can show some of the damage. I mean, Stan, you work in engineering, so I mean that's what remains of the cocking piece. You see where the firing pin was, and the rest of it is in there. And you probably know what's on the other side. So I've literally had to email a few. I've had to email a few DEAC people, see if they actually have a spare pin. If not, I'm hoping that they could get a live one and actually deactivate it. Or something. I need to replace it because I need to use this for events and stuff. If not, it has to be my SMLE, my Mark III. That is not fun. Yeah, the whole firing pin has just decided to shatter. I think I could show the other end. There's that end of the firing pin, if you'll focus. Oh, Christ. I don't want to show too much of it. I probably get the other part. But basically, the whole pin, there we go. So the whole pin was like that. And then what happens? I think it rotated in the wrong way because I think this is a tad bit loose and it just shattered. So just note, when you're buying a number 4, make sure the firing pin isn't loose. because now that I've just found that the firing pin is loose, it has caused that. The firing pin on my number 1 isn't loose. The only thing that is loose on my number 1 is actually the screw. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. The issue is I don't know a gunsmith here. And actually, I've had to have someone fix my Turkish Mauser bolt. What was the other comment? Yeah, my event is 2 months away. The issue is, no one sells a deactivated firing pin. And if you need a firing pin, you need a license. And a license for live firearms. I don't have that. So perhaps maybe I could take this down to a gunsmith. I just have to find a gunsmith in my local area. I can't send it. Can you send parts to a gunsmith? I honestly don't know. But I've sent email to, I think one of the biggest, okay, that firing pin is starting to hurt. It's still a little bit sharp. It's not a live one, but it has been ground off at 45 degrees. But the issue is that, what's it? The cost of getting the new firing pin and having it deactivated. To which, of course, I'd probably have to buy the Enfield bolt removal tool, which that's about, I think that's 18 quid. I mean, the number 4 is still usable. I can obviously use it for shows and stuff. It's just that there is no cocking action. The trigger still works. The magazine still works. I mean, to be honest, it could have been worse. A lot worse things could have happened to it. Because I know the screws on my number 1 Mark III, the cocking piece screw, both trigger guard screws are loose. So yeah, there's that. But other than that, it's perfectly sound. Then I also looked up that apparently firing pins on the number 4 could get weak, especially from prolonged use. I mean, this one probably has that issue, seeing how it was a BNP, British Nitro proofed. So probably a civilian has probably worn out the firing pin on this. It's not fun. I mean, if I cannot get it fixed by, let's see, if I cannot get it fixed by August, then I'll bring out my number 1 and bayonet. I'm probably going to get questioned by my staff sergeant saying, why do you have a number 1? I'll be like, and I'll just have to pull up the picture on my phone and I'll be like, is that a good enough reason? So, yeah. Number 4 is per hour of action of dry firing, so now it's an EU spec. Not really. An EU spec still has a cocking piece and stuff. Great. I mean, this one's an old spec one as well. But yeah, I'll try the methods, Stan, about sending it to a gunsmith. See if they have anything about it. I know I've emailed Henry Crank. I think he's a gunsmith. So if I can get that fixed, or even get a replacement, I'll be happy. I even emailed one of the big deactivation, or one of the big dealers that sell deactivated guns. A lot of them. I mean, with this one, I bought it down the road. But that is a pain. And just when I'm trying to do off, when that's when I'm even just trying to set up officers equipment as well. Oof. I'm probably not going to do the same thing like my Mauser, where where basically, you know, the spring inside the firing pin, or on the firing pin. Apparently on that one it's supposed to be much longer. And what happened was, because that spring has been cut down as well, so it's become absolutely well, it is basically, how can I describe this? Basically, it's a very powerful spring. It will take a lot of force just to compress it. I mean, when you cock the weapon, it does compress the spring enough. But however, what do you know? It just shattered it, and I had to find the other half of the firing pin inside the bolt. Not fun, not fun. But if anyone can leave me suggestions where I can get a replacement one, please let me know. Because I'll probably give them a shot, and I'd probably ask just saying, how much would it cost to get this repaired? Drill Militaria to fix the bolts. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Unreal Militaria, let me check. It's a good thing I actually have my laptop here as well. I've heard of them, so I probably... Drill Militaria. Oh yes, I've heard of these guys. Ordnance Militaria. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll probably shoot them an email as well. I'll probably shoot them an email saying about if I can get this fixed or not. Because if I can get it fixed for a pretty good price, how much did it cost to get your bolt fixed? I'm pretty sure it'd be a lot. Actually, I can just read in their FAQs, idiots. Guessing it would come under the Militaria. No, not in there. Deactivated. It would be allied guns, wouldn't it? This is an allied gun. If I can get a yeah, I'll probably send them an email saying about the firing pin, because I'm guessing, wait, was it, what part did you have to have fixed? Was it the firing pin, or was it something else on the bolt? What? Missed that. Yeah, probably could do. Could do. Yeah, I'm just wondering whether if well, I'm just gonna quickly see if well, Steel Helmet Stan. I'm just asking what did he have replaced on his bolt? Oh, what did he have fixed? Probably once I end the stream, I'm probably going to send them an email. It's just the pin. The spring is completely fine. It's just the pin. Whenever I say pin, I always sound like the guy from Schindler's List. Make me a hinge. That's what I really do sound like. I sound like the guy from Schindler's List. Always like, make me a hinge. And you have to make it in a certain time. So probably I would have to send them the cocking piece and the pin itself. Because I mean, that depending on what time. I can't do well, I can do anywhere from beyond 4, from 4 o'clock. Anywhere beyond there. But yeah, I mean, so far I think I've actually just managed to screw that back in. Then again, it is a bit of a pain trying to screw it back into the rifle. But yeah, I'll take that advice, steel helmet stern, and I'll go and send an email off. See one. It's not like it's the end of the world. I've got a number 1 Mark III to do that for shows and stuff. It just looks a little bit out of place. A World War I rifle with a World War II living history group. And of course, if people want to hold it, they can't really cock and dry fire it. That is just a big bummer. That really is. Because there ain't no way you can repair threads on that. There is no way. So yeah, what I'll do is I've said this many times, but I'll go and shoot Andrea Militaria a email about whether if they could repair a firing pin or give me a spare. Because you said, Stan, you had to have one of your bolts fixed on your what was it, the K98 K. Actually, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to go and shoot an email off to them right now. So they probably will get back to me tomorrow. And what I'm just going to have to do is I'm going to have to stick the firing pin back inside the bolt. Just so it looks like everything is A-okay. And I probably will stream a little bit more. I will stream once I got an update about the firing pin situation. But either way, so I'll go and see you guys next time. Goodbye.